ìròyìn eléyìí ní agbára gbáǹkọ́gbì ìròyìn náà sì ní gbogbo ibikíbi tẹ́tí wo iSIN TV lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní ìròyìn yàjóyàjó tó tó wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní ìsìn náà ni wípé ọmọkùnrin yẹn ni tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí Lieutenant Yerima Orima tí kò yọ nínú ikú òjijì o. That is Lieutenant A.M. Yerima. He escaped assassination death today in Abuja. And a lot of people have been talking about this, that is it now a crime or it has now become a crime in Nigeria to say the truth? That is what exactly everybody they were talking about, because if the assassin successful, it will have led to another story entirely. But as we are talking right now, he escaped the assassination attempt in Abuja, and a lot of people they have been talking. Because sometimes I just think that the way we reason in this country, because Yoruba will say ajekulana, omokulana, ajekeloni, tani bapa jana. Because all this issue now, a lot of people I don't know the way they reason. That's Nigeria for you anyway. I just want you to listen to the way Punch and Vanguard newspaper, how they talk about it. Let me quickly read how Vanguard newspaper. I'm reading from Vanguard newspaper because all the news, they have carried it. So as you know, on this channel, we don't carry fake news. So, breaking, Lieutenant Yerima escaped assassination attempt in Abuja. That is, I'm reading from Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper right now. So, according to the Vanguard, they said a young Nigerian Navy officer, Lieutenant A.M. Yerima, who recently had a confrontation with the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, reportedly escaped assassination attempt on Sunday evening. This is very terrible, because if this, succeed, that will have led to another thing entirely. It's a very terrible thing. A very terrible thing. If the assassin succeed, in taking the guy away just like that. And we all remember L.T.Yerima, that is the Yoruba girl, that's a pilot, is also a naval officer. You remember that guy? That's L.T.Yerima. You remember that lady? They said they want to turn, and by reversing, and something happened. At the end of the day, up to today, we did not hear anything. Up to today. Maybe because it's Yoruba, if I may say it like that. Because sometimes Yoruba, we don't always value things like that. I know some people will say, what are you saying? We don't always value things like that until we lose it. People in Yoruba, they are clamoring for Sunday Igboho there. Arrest him. He's disturbing us. What we have, we don't know until we lose it. That is how L.T.Yerima, we lost the girl. Until today, we are doing investigation. We are on top of it. We are doing everything. Up to today, we did not see anything on it. Thank God that the guy escaped. Because this will have been another story entirely. According to the source, the officer noticed the surveillance and executed a strategic maneuver, successfully evading the suspect assailant. The incident reportedly occurred around 6:30 p.m. That's this evening. The source added that the matter is under investigation and is receiving the seriousness it deserves, noting that further details are being withheld so as not to compromise the process. They will tell you, thank God that the thing did not happen, because if the thing happened, the bank was supposed. Thank God that it did not happen. Because if this incident happened, it would have been, you see, because the guy is now becoming, famous across the world now. Anywhere we have Nigerians in the world, that we see a young officer, that stood up and said the reality, the truth. So if anything happened, they will look at Nigeria as a country that buries future, that buries glory. They will look at us like that. Though Because people will condemn. At the end of the day, nothing will come out of it. Nothing will come out of it at the end of the day. But we thank God that it did not, the thing did not happen. Ká ṣáà máa dúpẹ́ náà ni pé ẹ̀mí bọ̀bọ́ yìí ò lọ sí i. Because I could see some people in the comment section also that they were saying, ṣebí Fúlàní náà ni. No, we are talking about life here. But that's what we are doing on this channel. We are talking about life. Life is involved. Thank God that it did not happen. Thank God that this thing did not happen. A lot of people, they have been talking about it. I want you to listen to this because I want you to listen to this so that we may understand how, some people, because I can see some comments where some people are talking about something, the way they reason. They say the guy is too rude, the guy is a kinikan. I don't know. The way, maybe the youth, that's why they said, before they said, youth, you are the leaders of tomorrow. But those leaders now, they have seen the youth that they don't have what it takes to be the leaders. Maybe that's why they are treating us like that. How old is Obasanjo when he ruled us? Then, how old is Gowon? Was Gowon then? How old is even Buhari? All of them, when they ruled us, how old? How old? Because some people are coming out and say rubbish and say trash things now that the guy is too rude, he talked to his father's mate, his this and that. How old those people when they rule us then in 80s, in 70s, how old are they? How old? Because the way some of these our youth, the way they reason, only God will save us in this country. Only God. It shows the kind of youth we have now. If the youth are talking about their fellow youth, that is this, is that, is this, let all of us say the reality. Let all of us face the reality. We're talking about the guys. All the newspaper, they have carried it. Thank God that the guy escaped it. All the newspaper, they have carried it. Because if that thing happened, it will have been another thing entirely. It will have been another thing entirely. Thank God that it did not happen.
Assassination attempt that has left many questioning how safe our security forces are, even in the nation's capital. The incident unfolded in the evening when L.T.Yerima, while driving along the road from Nipco filling station to Gado Nasco Way, became aware of being followed. Two unmarked Hilux vans with no number plates and filled with men dressed in black trailed his vehicle. These individuals, identified later as potential assailants, had been surveilling him for a while. And just when it seemed like they were ready to strike, Yerima made a sharp move. Using his wits and military training, he managed to escape the attackers. It was a close call, but he pulled through. Now, this incident has raised more questions than answers. What was the real motive behind this? Was it an isolated incident, or is there something deeper at play? Lieutenant Yerima isn't just any officer. His recent clash with the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, over a land dispute in the Gadua district had already sparked public interest. This confrontation, seen by many as a clash of authority, is now suspected to have links to this assassination attempt. This land issue had become the talk of the town. Wike had been trying to push forward a demolition exercise at a site in Gadua, which had caught the attention of Yerima and his colleagues. Their intervention in this matter led to a heated public exchange between the two, with Yerima making it clear that the military had jurisdiction over that land. The whole thing was public, caught on camera. The drama escalated quickly, and soon enough, the military was forced to step in. The demolition was halted, but the tensions between military and civilian leadership remained high. With the assassination attempt happening just days after this high-profile dispute, you can't help but ask, was it revenge? Or was this a warning? Is there a deeper plot brewing that we're not seeing yet? These are the questions that everyone's asking. And trust me, they're not easy to answer. The situation is murky. Was Yerima targeted because of the land dispute? Or was this something else entirely? It's easy to assume it's political. After all, land disputes in Abuja have a long history of tension. But here, we're talking about the military, the security forces, and now a civilian minister. The power struggle that comes with this isn't something you just brush aside. Now, let's talk about the assailants for a second. These were not your average criminals. The way they operated, with unmarked vans and no registration plates, shows that whoever was behind this was well prepared and likely very organized. It wasn't just an angry outburst from a disgruntled citizen. This was something planned. The most unsettling part, the fact that the whole thing was done in broad daylight. Abuja, the federal capital territory, a place where you'd expect the highest level of security, and yet an officer can be trailed and nearly taken out without anyone noticing. How did this happen? Who was supposed to be keeping an eye on these things? This is where we need answers. It's a glaring gap in security that needs to be addressed immediately. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. This attempt on Yarima's life isn't just about him or the land dispute. It's about the safety of our officers in the field. If someone as high profile as Lieutenant Yerima can become a target, then what does that say for the rest of the people? How much more the civilians? It's a chilling thought. How safe are our security officers really? I know many of you are asking, what's being done about it? Well, the authorities are saying they're investigating the matter seriously. The military police and other intelligence units are reportedly looking into the incident. But we've heard this before, haven't we? How many times have we seen the investigation stall or disappear into the abyss? The public doesn't have the luxury of time when it comes to these things. We need transparency, we need action, and we need it fast. The aftermath of this event is likely going to be far-reaching. It will surely affect how military personnel are protected while carrying out their duties, especially when they are caught up in disputes with civilian authorities. We could see tighter security measures for our officers, maybe even changes in protocol for when disputes of this nature arise. But again, these are all speculations, and it's too early to say for sure what the future holds. And here,
we've had something similar like that. It has happened to L.T.Yerima before, and nothing happened till today. When L.T.Yerima went her home, when she was fighting Boko Haram then, very good and intelligent officer. They said the girl is killing the Boko Haram too much. They said we are going to, they are carrying out their investigation. Up till today, the army should stay in their barrack. Only the army should stay in their barrack. Who is using them? Is it not the politicians that are using them? Is it somebody like me or you and I that we don't have a saying in the community that we are going to be carrying army up? They are the one. They are the one. Even the battlefield where they are, the civilian too, they are still manipulating them. And that is why they have not conquered the issue of Boko Haram. Abacha said something. He said that, I think that quote credit to Abacha, said that if an insurgency lasts for 24 hours, that they should check the government in power. There was a time the Boko Haram, the bandit, they said that they want to negotiate. When they want to, during Jonathan, that the Buhari should come and be their district. The way Gumi is running up and down today. All these things. Alimadu Sharif said it is Shetima. Shetima said, I don't know anything about it. There's a woman that came out and said that it is Alimadu Sharif that started Boko Haram. A governor, I think that's the governor of Katsina. He said that they know their family, they know where they are staying, they know everything about the bandits, but yet nobody, they can't do anything. And the emir is saying that if they wipe out bandits now, they are wiping out their children, they are wiping out their relatives, because they are their children, and they cannot control them. So if an officer life is not safe, so how much more civilian now? That's what I'm trying to say. If somebody like that, they can be trailing him from one point to another. Do you know how many times when they say they are trailing somebody, do you know how many times they have been monitoring him? Even as secured as Abuja, if they can, do something like that within the Abuja territory, so how much more? How much more? The state that does not have, much security like Abuja. That is what we are saying. That is what we are saying. That a lot of questions, we need to ask a lot of questions concerning the security issues in this country. We need to ask a lot of questions. Because Yorùbá máa ń pa òwe kan, wọ́n ní ikú tó bá ń pa ojúgbà ẹni, òwe ló ń pa á fún ni o. If something can happen to, the military officers like this, thank God that they did not succeed anyway. Because if that thing has, the way I wrote in our own case, the way the thing happened, and up to today, nothing happened. We did not get anything again. That is how the thing just ends like that. Thank God that this one, the guy escaped. But if the guy did not escape, a lot of another thing will have happened. We'll be shouting. But what we are saying is that we have officers that are doing their legit work. They are doing legit work. So that means if they do something now, people will be chasing them up and down. That is the area I'm talking about. If they are doing their legit work and the people are chasing them up and down, everybody will be afraid to do the right thing. And the country will end up going into anarchy. The country will end up going into so many kí la tún lè pe àwọn òyìnbó ńláńlá yẹn náà tó jẹ́ pé because ẹ̀rù bá ń bá tí bá kálukú, àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ bẹ̀rù pé àti bá sọ̀rọ̀ sìn, tí bá tún gbé ìgbésẹ̀ báyìí, tí bá ṣe lé òbí tí Nàìjíríà ń lọ báyìí, kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú wa ni. But the good news is that the guy escaped the assassination. That's the good news. A lot of questions tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń béèrè ni pé ta ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn? Owó Yorùbá ó lágbára pọ̀. Ẹ bá mi fi èrò tí yín sí comment section. Ẹ bá like, ẹ bá share rẹ̀. Ẹ bá subscribe. Pẹ́pẹ́ ìdíṣẹ́ ń wà fún ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ ni. This is iSyn TV. Please subscribe, share and comment. Thanks for watching.